and a phenomenal performance from Ben Whittaker. I said in the ring that you can be a star and you can have all this ability to promote yourself and big social media numbers, but what I really want is I want great fighters. And I know I got that in Ben Whittaker. We've got a guy with an outstanding amateur resume, all the foundations, the Olympic silver medal, fighting big names all over the world. But we've got someone that can go on and I think dominate the division and fill up arenas on the way doing it. So well done, Ben. And over to you guys for questions.
Ben, congratulations on the win. Obviously, America is up next, which is absolutely huge. Do you see yourself actually becoming a bigger star in the States? Because, like Eddie said, you have the brash character. The Americans love the charisma over there.
Yeah, it's been a dream to go over there. I think the way I carry myself, the American fans will love it. Every time I go there, I always get love. And I think he was destined he was going to go there, and not if but when. And this is the time now, so I'm excited. Already got some big plans for it, but of course you got to go in there and do the job. So I'm not looking over the person or whoever I'll fight.
And the future's mapped out now, Eddie, like you said, America and then Birmingham headliner with a massive fight, hopefully a massive name, because I know, Ben, from your perspective, you're very patient, you know everyone's running to you, but like Eddie said now, big name in Birmingham. Could you expect maybe an Anthony Yard, Joshua Boazzi, massive domestic level fight and then world title fight early next year?
Who are they? Who did you say? I don't know who they are, man. It's about Ben Whittaker today, and it's about Ben Whittaker for the rest of my career. At the end of the day, you see these people calling me out. They're all calling me out. You don't see me call anyone out. So to me, that's a compliment. But tonight, he was a good fighter, man. On paper, he was no idiot. But at the end of the day, it just shows what level I'm at. But you can't run before you can walk. I just did what I was supposed to do tonight. We moved to America. We do what we do over there, and then just keep moving on.
Ben, congratulations, an amazing performance. I think from the second that you walked into the building, when the cameras panned onto you, and as Eddie said, when you walked down the ring, you looked like $1 million. How much does that confidence outside the ring affect your performance going in? But then also, did you feel like maybe you were expecting a bit more from your opponent tonight?
He brought what he could bring. Like I said, he's no idiot, but I hit him in the right places. I broke him down. And like I said, I can dance, I can look good, I can do all those things, but I can hit now too. A lot of people thought, oh yeah, Ben Whittaker's a nice fighter, but walk through him. He tried to do that today. We sent him home packing, so I did what I was supposed to do.
The top guys, they want you, you know, they're calling for you already.
Pause.
And we know down the line, you know, you want those world titles. You want to be a superstar. You know, you already kind of are one. There really isn't much of a ceiling for you. So I guess, you know, when it's all said and done, what do you want your legacy to be?
Yeah, good question. Truthfully, I'm not like these other fighters really that set out to be a superstar. You've either got it or you ain't. A lot of people, they probably do a bit too much on the social media, and it's not them. I'm just being original. You see the ring walk, you see the way I carry myself, you see the style, you see the swag. That's me since a kid, and people get it. They probably hate it because they can't do it, but at the end of the day, I'm not trying to be anyone, I'm trying to be myself, and I think that shows. That's why my following and my platform the way it is. But I've not really got my eyes on anyone. It's all about me. But when it's all said and done, I want to go down as one of Britain's best fighters.
Ben, congratulations. Very common boxing here. You said yourself you love coming to Liverpool, you're no stranger here. How important was it for the week for you to feel at home here? You know, considering that you were a late replacement for the Callum Smith fight that got called off. How important was it for you to make that statement right here in Liverpool? It's
a great fighting country. I've actually fought in this arena many times. My WSB debut here. I won the Elite ABAs here at 17 or 18. So to me, it's got a special place in my heart. But I've got to say thank you to Matchroom, because they could have easily just cancelled the show, probably put me somewhere else. But all the fans out there as well, thanks for them to come. It was a great night, head to bottom. Molly did her thing, the other fighters did the thing, and it's only right. I put the cherry on the top.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And Eddie, you must be super excited now. You know, having said after the fight that America, here we come. But matchmaking is going to be an important issue moving forward into America. Can we expect just an ordinary name, or are you trying to line up something that's going to get the Americans?
Yeah, I think we always need a dance partner when we do something like that, and it's got to be the right step up, the right name. We've got someone who we think fits the bill, good fighter, seen him in big fights against world champions, you know, giving them great fights, bit of a character. I think that will suit Ben, but you know, it's more about the experience of fighting a big fight abroad as well. You know, I felt like the thought of nobody, we kind of lost our way a little bit because of the delay of the Boots fight. We were supposed to fight in April, and I wasn't very happy with the way that it was kind of going, because we had that fight against Gavazzi, and like we came out screaming and shouting, and then we're kind of waiting for the announcement, and it just went a little bit stale. And I just, you know, I felt like Ben and Will, no one had the hump, everyone knew, but it was like, come on guys, like we kind of, we made this move and we want to get going, and we know the job that we can do. And now I'm just happy because I feel like we've actually got a really clear path in front of us tonight. And again, they tried to destroy that path by Callum had to pull out, and it's like, oh my god, you know. And it's like, you know, when we first got the news, me and Frank are talking, it's like, number one, like, Ben needs to fight. Like, we can't afford to now call Ben and Will and go, oh guys, now we're back on track. Just to let you know, the show's off. And then you've got Molly sold a load of tickets, Jamie Webster's coming. So I'm really glad we went through with it tonight. And now he did his job. But now it's pretty clear, you know, June 27 America, August or September back in Birmingham in a big fight. Then possibly December even, you know, and then we're going into World Championships in 2027. So I'm really pleased that it's actually taking shape now, because, you know, he believed in us to sign it. I'm just happy now that it's, you know, we've got some momentum.
He said it all himself. And like I said, I second it. Thanks for them to keep the show on, because they could have easily just said nah, but they kept me active, and it's in what I did. So thank you very much to
Two rounds now. We've had 2 rounds now.
I'll try and make it a little bit longer in America.
Ben, congratulations on the win, a stellar performance here in Liverpool tonight. Were you complaining after what Suarez did in terms of saying you hit him behind the head and everything like that? Because they looked like pretty clean shots from where we were sitting, and it was a fantastic win. So were you complaining at a level of his experience, saying that you did?
Was I complaining?
No, he was complaining.
Oh yeah, he was complaining, but we've watched the highlight back, and the placement was beautiful.
Temple shot.
I put them in the right places, and at the end of the day, when they're complaining like that, to me, I know I've done my job. I know I've hurt them properly, and probably I hit him that hard. It went to the back of his head, the power did. But like I said, take nothing from him. I was expecting a good couple rounds, but as a fighter, you know, when you're in there, and when I hit him, it was the body shot that actually set it up. I hit him to the body. You hear that wince, and I said, yeah, man, here we go. Andy and my brother shouted, you've got him. I said, don't worry, man, I got it. Doubled up the body shot, chopped it round the side, and that's all she wrote. But fair play to him. After all the flamboyance and stuff, we shook hands. I said, thank you very much for taking the fight. Shook all his team hand, and hopefully they get back safe.
Good stuff. And Eddie, just one for you as well. You work with so many superstars and so many people that you said, look, you know, this is the future talent of British boxing and world boxing. Where does Ben rank in with all the people that you've worked with?
Well, I think Ben said it right there before. It comes from himself, and it comes from within. Everything that you see is not manufactured. So a lot of fighters, you know, have like a social media team, and they're like setting this up and Snapchat this and like everything. And by the way, Ben doesn't really want to do anything that's not like not anything, but he doesn't want to do anything that's not he doesn't like or not planned. You know, like you know, and sometimes you see like our team might put out a generic post, and like you see him sort of comment on it, going, "Oh,
yeah, you ain't getting no like, you ain't getting no comment."
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like, any chance of a repost, Ben? He's like, nope. It's like, okay, right, but he does it his way, you know. And listen, as we go on, we've got to just make sure that we create the stuff that he actually does like, and he does want to share and stuff like that. But he's very unique in that respect. I mean, you know, when the content that he posts, and like it's different. And when I see him walk out tonight, I'm just in the ring, and I know, you know, I know what I'm watching, and I'm just thinking, you've just got it, mate. But I go back to the fact that he's got it, but he can really fight. People also don't really realise he's also. I know the fight was at 183 tonight, and he really enjoyed it. But he's a huge 175 pounder. Like he's he's a big guy, and he can punch really hard. And Andy Lee's got him nice and spiteful as well. And like I truly believe, like the division's full of monsters, but he's 100% gonna be in with the monsters in 2027. Is he good enough? I believe so, but we're going to find out, and it's going to be a brilliant buzz because when you look at the young fighters coming through right now, who do you honestly feel can go and mix it at the elite level of the division with that kind of swag, with that ability to kind of, you know, forge a debate among the public? I fucking can't stand Ben Whittaker. I love Ben Whittaker. He's cool. He's not. He's a prick. You know what I mean? Like, but that's like he's all right with that. I'm cool with that. In fact, I've made a career out of it. Right? but that's just how it is. That's how you engage the public. It hasn't all got to be just pure love, and he wouldn't want it that way anyway because he's going to do his own thing. If he wanted it to be pure love, it would be manufactured, and we'd be sitting there going, "No, Ben, don't do that. Do this." He'd go, "No, I'm going to do whatever I want." And that's a free way to live your life, you know?
First of all, congratulations. Almost a year to the day since the Liam Cameron fight. When you look back, how pivotal was that fight and how much have you changed as a fighter since then?
I was just immature then. You know, I had all the skill, but like I said, I came from a household where we didn't have much. Overnight I blew up. I had the world at my feet. I was just enjoying my life, if anything. And to be fair, that was the good turning point in my career because you saw me now. Each fight since, I've knocked them all out. I've looked dangerous. I've just looked like the person I should be. But I'm trying to actually bring the showboating back. You saw me. I looked out the ring, revved up the crowd. Next thing you know, I was on the floor. So I'm trying to bring it back, but I'm hitting too hard these days. But I like the Liam Cameron chapter. You know what I mean? I was happy it happened then than later in my career. And if anything, it's made me a better fighter. I'm around some good fighters in the gym as well, but I outwork them all. Do you know what I mean? Like, if they're sitting down, I'm standing up. If they're throwing 3 punches, I'm throwing 6. That's the person I am. So that's what makes me the boxer I am, to be fair. Anybody else?
Yeah. Here goes Gunman.
Oh, he is. He's getting his words ready.
Yeah. What are we saying about manufactured?
Bloody hell.
Gunman on seconds out. Question for Ben. Ben, you beat him like he owed you money. You know what I mean? You absolutely obliterated him. Where's this spite come from?
Oh, good question. I don't actually know. It's always been in me, but I liked messing around. And funny one actually, when I was in Dubai for an event, I saw Terence Crawford. And he said, "Trust me, bro, you're a great fighter. You've got all the skill, but you play with your food too much." And I sat back and thought, that's true actually. I do play with my food too much. And ever since then, I've been knocking them clean out. But that's just me as well. I do like to mess around. But I can do both. I can hop on one foot. I can spin around. I can look into the crowd. But if the shot's there to take it, that's what I like to do now.
Listen, I love this Ben Whittaker. You know, it's spiteful. It's brutal. You know, you're putting people away. I've not seen a bigger beating since I watched Goodfellas. You know what I mean? You're absolutely putting these people away. I talked to him Eddie earlier about value for money.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you had your car parking ticket was about to expire.
Now my brother got 2 yesterday, so I was doing it for him.
You know what I mean?
But
you need to get the show moving and get on and go and get the wheels.
yeah, something like that. I told you yesterday, man, with those platypus feet and that GameCube head, I couldn't miss it. So it's like target practice. And you just know, like I said, as a fighter, as soon as that first jab landed, as soon as the body shot landed, I said, yeah, man, we're good. And I did what I was supposed to do, so we can't get too excited.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Right, 1 or 2 more, guys.
Ben, on to your last 3 fights, it's been 3 early nights. I mean, how much has Andy Lee had to play for this recent form, and again, despite these last 3 performances?
Yeah, it's a whole team, to be fair. I'm quite unique with my camp, so I've got my own private gym. I do the first part with my brother
What did you
Jamie.
say, Jet?
Next. But we do the first block with my brother Jamie Whittaker, and not just strength and conditioning, he knows his boxing too. And that shot we did tonight, we've actually been practicing that. And then we go over to Ireland, and then Andy just neatens me up, sees it from a different boxing perspective. And I'm very privileged in that sense. I go out to Ireland, there's no distractions. It's literally the gym, Tesco, and the Airbnb, and it's what I need. If anything, it's what I need, and the people there are good, the fighters are good, so it's just making me a better fighter. So I'm in a good place.
Definitely, and just last one for Eddie, obviously you work with fighters across the board from the start of the career to the end. When you got someone like Ben that knows how to kind of grow an audience the way he does, and he's got the amateur pedigree that he does, what is your job with Ben Whittaker?
Just really to give him the platform, to match him right, to put him on the right shows, to build him globally, and to just allow him to express himself, really. You know, because like I said, he's got his own mind and he's got his own plans as well, and it's kind of integrating that over time and getting to know each other, and as Ben and as a business and Matchroom, so that we can actually do it right together and maximise that potential. Because we've still got a lot of work to do, you know. I mean, socially is huge. We need to start. You know, the next one, New York's going to be a huge moment. You know, we're going to have 17,000 in there, sold out in Brooklyn. It's going to be absolutely wild, massive week. It's going to be huge for him. And then that one back in Birmingham is going to be the real sort of twisting of the knife into the Ben Whittaker story, where we come back and we actually fill a big arena there. You saw the crowd against Liam Cameron with a bit of narrative behind the story. You know, if we get the right opponent, good domestic fight, start build that up. But I look at him, you know, I always feel you should make sure that you can fill up your local city, which I know he can do. He's done it already, but he's going to have the ability. You know what was interesting tonight? If you look at some shows, when it's a show like that tonight, and there's a lot of local fighters on the card who are selling a lot of tickets, a lot of them go home, right? Because they want to go out, they want to go to dinner, they want to go for a pint. You looked around after, and they all stayed after the Molly McCann fight to watch Ben Whittaker. And that's because, love it, whether they want to admit that or not, it's the truth. And we thank them for that as well. But people want to watch him because he's box office. So, you know, really, I see a global star here. I get excited by the boxing as much as the superstar status. That's important to us as a business. But I know what I'm watching in the ring, and I know what he's got, and I want to be on the journey to greatness with him, to win those big fights all over the world.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So you did fights for Matchroom. Your walks lasted longer than the cards. Obviously, you've been a bit inactive. Were you hoping for a couple more rounds?
Not really. We do all the work in the gym. Probably for the fans, I would like to. Probably for the Instagram reels, I would have liked to. But at the end of the day, you're in there with a dangerous fighter. Get them out there while you can. But like I said, with the Matchroom thing, it's been a great journey. At the end of the day, they've done all they can. You know, the stagnant part with the boots in his fight, they did all they could. What can they do? So for me, them put me on this, and I really thank them for that. Thank my manager as well, because they could have easily just waited. I'll go till June to put me on here. So they're doing everything they can. I'm thankful. I'm in a great place. I'm the next star for them.
All right, everyone. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Ben.